What are your superpowers? Can you name them? Do you know them like right off the top? If anybody were to ask you on the street, you'd be like, it's this, it's this, it's this. Superpowers are also known as your core competency, your secret sauce, right? That differential value proposition, the thing that sets you apart from others. If you can't name them, today's short little video is going to help you get closer to that. And hopefully by the end of the day, you'll be able to rattle them off with the best of them. In my 30s, I thought that my strengths, my core competency, my secret sauce was basically like everybody else's. I really couldn't distinguish it and figured, what I think is great is probably not that great, and anybody can do it. But I came to learn through just lovely advice from friends and colleagues who would constantly say, like, you're a really good communicator and you're great at helping me think through a challenge and help me figure out what the next right step is, right? I had no idea that was uniquely different than the skills and the strengths that they presented, right? So the question for you today is, what are your superpowers? And I want you to use this thought exercise to get you started. So grab a piece of paper and a pen and just write down, what are my strengths? What are the things that I know for sure I'm really good at? Even if you think everybody's good at it, write those things down so that you can see them for what they are. The next question that I might want to ask you to think about is, what do people say about you when you're not in the room? So if somebody's championing you to a friend or a neighbor or someone at PTA or a colleague, or they're in the boardroom and they're saying your name, what comes after that? How do they build you up? How do they describe you? That, my friend, is the beginning of your superpower list. So the first thing is write down the strengths, all the strengths that you can think of. And oftentimes we're so hard on ourselves that you'll come up with like 2 or 3, right? And there's so many more. And then ask yourself that thought exercise. What would people say about you when you're not in the room? Now, after you've done that, I want to take you to a exercise that we use in the 28-day reinvention road trip program, which is to contact 5 people. It's called your Fab Five. And we ask you to send them a text message and just directly ask them, what are my strengths? How do I show up in the world? What are the things that stand out to you, right? While you're at it, you may ask them areas that you can grow in. That's a place to be very vulnerable, but why not, right? And your Fab Five should be people that you know very well, that you trust, because they're giving you important and intimate feedback, and that you respect. Okay? When they give you that information, when they send it back to you, it's going to change everything. You're going to be so, I think, filled up and encouraged, and also it'll enlighten you. It'll provide some interesting new perspective on, again, how you show up in the world, right? And so I want you to take some time to reflect on your list and the list of your Fab Five and bring them together, see what comes forward, see what patterns and trends and repeat characteristics come forward, and voila, your superpower list has been born. All right, enjoy this exercise, y'all. How you show up in the world matters, and being able to communicate it and say it to others is so important. That's the key to elevating and taking the next right step to your dream, to the next chapter, to the next job, whatever it is. You gotta know what you know, right? You gotta know how you show up. All right, enjoy this. I'll see you soon.